Hello, everyone. It's super real out here. How you guys been feeling? I love you. I love you. I love you. Oh. You feeling it, huh? Hello, sis. Talking that chakra. So, guys, ascension. Whether you choose to or not, whether you sign up or not, whether you choose to notice that it's going on in your life or not, we're all ascending. Yeah, we are. Shout out. Shout out. Shout out. You know what ascension is? The act of rising to an important position. A higher level. So when you're moving to more important positions and when you're moving to more higher levels, things around you are changing. Some days it feels rapid. Some days it feels like it drags out, right? We're ascending. Give love. Give love. If you can't give love, go love yourself. Give love or love yourself. You have to love yourself. You have to love yourself. In ascension, you're going to learn that you have to love yourself. You have to love yourself first. You have to love yourself most. You have to put yourself first. You have to believe in yourself the most. You have to do these things for you. We're ascending. Ascension to me is like when I realize like my life is my responsibility. My life and what happens with my life and the impact that I make with my life and my voice and the things that I do have every single thing to do with me. It's taking, ascension to me was like taking the whole blame for all of it. For the government, for the everywhere. It was all in me. That's profound. It to go inside of yourself, that means that the more that I blocked the outside off, the more I was able to go inside myself and understand what was happening. This is happening to everyone. Everyone. Even your neighbor who doesn't know about energy or frequency or vibration or alignment or any of these scary, scary things that people talk about all the time like they're normal. Thank God, right? Everyone's going through it. Everyone's internal frequency is raising up. Everyone is starting to look into themselves, even if they didn't used to, even if that didn't used to be their normal, right? And so how do you help during ascension? Give love, give self-love, and give love to others. If you have no love to give, just keep it moving. I love you guys. If you have no love to give, just keep it moving. Say what you need to say and just keep it moving. Your internal frequency is attracting everything to you in your life. And, that's why in Ascension you have really good days and you have really bad days, because sometimes you cleared something good out and you're feeling like, ooh, I feel lighter than I ever did before. And then sometimes something comes in and drops on your plate and you don't really feel that great. You don't really, you feel like you're in the doo-doo kind of. You feel like you're just not really in the best place, right? But it's about learning how that energy works in you and your energy body. The good news here is you have an energy body that you can learn about. There's 100 ways to learn about your energy body. Learn about your energy body. Lighten yourself up in your energy, and then your physical body is going to feel lighter. Good morning. I was gonna go live. I saw you just went live all week. I'm gonna talk about awakening today too. Yeah, it's coming out, right? So, I love quotes, right? So, part of my morning is to find a really good quote, for the day. And I feel like, the universe sends me these things and they inspire me, right? Nearly all men can stand adversity, but if you want to test a man's character, give him power. Who said that? I'm going to test you guys on it, right? Nearly all men can stand adversity, but if you want to test a man's character, give him power. Who said that, guys? I didn't know either till this morning. I just look them up. Abraham Lincoln said that. Right now, guys, what I think happens in ascension is we're getting to know our power. We're getting to know the power that is within us. That's why I'm so fired up for today, because today we're going to talk about solar plexus stuff. Solar plexus is my space. The solar plexus is where I've been at for a really long time. The solar plexus is the yellow. The solar plexus is the fire. The solar plexus is, your internal God, So this place energetically has a lot of control over the bodily functions, the digestive process, right? So I like to talk to you guys in energy, but in order for me to understand the energy, I had to break and compartmentalize this all down all the way to the physical to really get it. So I want to break it down to you guys the way that I see these things happening. Like, no one is ever late. You're right on time. You're enough. You're divine. You're amazing. You might be in the doo-doo. We all fall in the doo-doo. We all fall in the doo-doo. I, Sarah Richardson, fall in the doo-doo. The doo-doo, sometimes I don't even fall in the doo-doo. The doo-doo just falls on me sometimes. But what is that? That has to be like universal lessons. That has to be like getting you that extra layer deeper inside yourself that you didn't even know you had to go. Like, you thought you went there. You thought you did that. And that's like that universal thing. Like, there's still some work to do inside of you. We're ascending. We're getting your attention. That's what, ascension to me is like the divine getting our attention. Does that make sense? I'm going to do some cards for you guys. So if anybody wants a card, let me know. I have Abraham Hicks cards, so you can let me know. I love my Abraham Hicks cards. I have some angel cards for you guys. I know right now that the energy has been really crazy. I know that there have been fluctuations in the energy. I know that the energy has been going up and down, in and out. And sometimes you feel really good. And sometimes you feel really low. And sometimes, you really just don't know what the fuck is going on out here. But then sometimes you just get so focused that you're like, yes, this is what it's all about, right? And so, I want to teach you guys about your solar plexus and show you a little exercise to get your solar plexus to balance out. And I want to tell you about the things in the solar plexus so you can see, okay, so the energy can affect the physical body, or the physical body can affect the energy body, like vice versa. It can be either way, either or. But what I'm learning in my studies, what I'm learning and what I'm doing is like 98% of the things that go on in our physical bodies are energy that we're carrying with us. That's not even our energy. It's energy in our cells that we need to release from our bodies, right? But release is uncomfortable. So people are super dope about hold it and release. Like, people hold and release like a boss. Like, my work is I make you release, and I make it fun. I'm a cheerleader for self-love, the divine, right? But releasing is not fun. You have to release to ascend. You have to release the old things to go higher. You have to be different. You change. And like, guys, when I say you change, like, you change everything. You change the way you sleep. You change the way you eat. You change the way you think. You change the friends that you're around. You change the way you live. You change the way you wash clothes. You change the way you think, who you speak to, who you respond to, who comes in and out of your life. And then you have these places where you have mistakes, right? Everybody has mistakes. We're humans. We came here to be humans, to do human experiences, right? So if somebody has time to focus on your mistakes, you don't even have time for that if you're loving yourself. If somebody has time to focus on your mistakes, you don't even have time for that if you're loving yourself. You have zero time for that. I have zero time for that. My mistakes are my mistakes, and I have to digest them. I have to figure them out, figure myself out. If you have enough time to worry about someone else's mistakes, you are not loving yourself enough. You're not. You're not. I don't care if that person's your husband. I don't care if that person's your kids. I don't care if that person is whatever. If you have enough time to dig on someone's mistakes, you're not putting enough time into self-love. You need to switch that energy a little bit, switch it over from other people into self-love. And I guarantee you'll love the results. So, in your solar plexus, you're digesting way more than food. Okay, you're digesting ideas because the solar plexus is tied into the upper chakras, right? So you're digesting, brain stuff and body stuff, right? So everything, like this is like a main brain. This is like the body brain. This is the body brain, right? But what is going on with ascension is we're learning to shape our thoughts according to our will, which we, believe that we should have these things, right? But then at the same time that we're learning to shape our thoughts according to our will, hello, Cuddy, I love you, Tyra, we are upholding the will of the divine creator at the same time. That's huge work, right? So it's like, you're out here in real life trying to get it, but then you're trying to like uphold this energy of the divine, of God, of like a God mind. And everybody tries to do it. And it's hard and it takes balance and training to be able to incorporate this. People talk about spirituality, oh, you're so spiritual and you do this and you're so spiritual and you do that. Guess what, guys? Spirituality is everything. Everything. I've worked with the homeless. I've worked with recovery. I've worked with sexual assault and sexual abuse. I've worked with in every area of everything that I've ever done. There's always spirituality. I found the spirituality in strip clubs. I found the spirituality in the missing pieces. There's spirituality in everything. Hello, Cuddy. I love you. So, in your solar plexus is where that mind-body connection comes in, right? Where it's like, your mind and your body kind of sync up. Like, always think up for me. I had a bad knee injury. And so I kept thinking wellness in my knee, right? And I didn't know any of this. I didn't know the names to this. I didn't know the natural laws. I didn't know about chakras or energy or anything. I just kept thinking there's got to be something else. There's got to be something else. My body was at an all-time low. I couldn't walk. I was super overweight. My skin was super duper bad. I was like in a really bad place, right? And I kept thinking, there's going to be something else. Now, all the Western medicine doctors were telling me, knee replacement. I got second opinions, third opinions, all this stuff. Knee replacement. At the time I'm looking it up, they cut your bone like every 10 years, So by the time I get like 3 knee surgeries, my left leg is going to be like a foot shorter than my right leg. Like, what the fuck? I'm like 17 years old researching this. Like, are they kidding me? Right? But I just didn't really get on that. I just kept thinking there's got to be something else. And then boom, one day, something else popped into my life. And so that's why I support you to speak these things out into the world, even if you don't see them with your physical eyes. Because like, I did not see wellness in my body. And I did not know how I was going to go from a place of sickness to a place of wellness. It didn't seem possible. It didn't seem like it could happen. The doctors were telling me, my parents were telling me, it was like this mass of people coming at me. And I'm here to tell you that I wear high heels, I go dancing, I go running on the beach, I run the steps. I feel in my body, in my pain body, like I'm 13 years old. I'm 36. My whole entire life changed. You know, people say, oh, I wish, I could go back. No, I don't wish I could go back. I don't wish I could go back to that pain body. I was so full of pain. But what I did was a lot of energy work, and I didn't know because there weren't labels to it. There weren't all these labely, wordy words about it. It was just like, boom, get you some, live. You're going to release. That's how I learned this. All of my doctors told me I never be normal without their medications. I'm living proof they were wrong. Yeah, me too. I was on thyroid medication. They told me I couldn't have babies. My knee surgery, all these things. And then, to come and meet this one man to learn that everything I was going through was connected in this one space, and boom, you release that pattern in your nervous system and your body just starts to restructure and re-heal itself. That's amazing. That's amazing. Your body wants to heal itself. So ascension is everything. Ascension is your body trying to link up with that mind and show you how to heal yourself. You have to heal yourself. There is nobody out here. I've been doing healing work for 13 years, and I hate to be called a healer. I hate to be called a healer. I hate to be called a light worker. I hate to be called any of those things. I'm a vessel for these things. I'm a vessel to let you know that it can happen in you, from you, by you, with you. That's how it happened for me. In me. Now, yes, I've done all kind of things. Some I needed to do, some I didn't need to do. This is a beautiful journey of life, right? We're all out here making choices. So I had my meditation last night, and I told you guys, I wrote a post about it. Does anybody know who came to see me? I looked it up. I got deep in it. It was really wild. Does anybody know? Archangel Shamuel. So I was having a weird day yesterday. Like, all kind of things were going funny, right? Doo-doo was just like dropping on me from weird places. And I'm like, what is this, right? Get done to the end of the day. I'm a strong mom, so I get the kids to sleep and all that jazz. And I see that my friend is still awake. So I call her and I kind of let her know, like what I was going through. And she's like, you know what, girl, just meditate. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I'm like, all right, word up. So I get off, turn on the 528. I love the 528. And I start breathing. That's the best way I like to get in and meditate. So I just sit down, turn on the 528 and breathe deep. In my nose, out my mouth. 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 Until I get high, right? In my nose, out my mouth. In my nose, out my mouth. Yes, we have the power to heal ourselves. You have to speak it and deeply believe. Yes, Sarah, yes. Yes, Cuddy. Fuck, I love yourself. Like, I love all of you because that is what it is. And that is what this is. And this, in our solar plexus, is the reason why so many people don't speak healing into their lives and don't speak wellness into their lives and don't speak creativity and brilliance and enoughness into their lives because of this place, right? So this place enables us to reflect our beliefs in our inner body. So like your beliefs about yourself, your beliefs about the government, your beliefs about people, your beliefs about your friends, your beliefs about what you deserve, all of that comes from in here. I love you guys. It's simpler than they make it seem. We have to learn the energetic body. You have to understand your energetic body. I'm putting a program together. I love you guys so much. I didn't know that I wasn't normal. I didn't know that the way I live wasn't normal. I didn't know how to put it all into perspective. Energy is all over the place. So how do you harness it and put it? But I figured out a way, and I'm super excited. I'm putting it together. I'm working with some great people. I love you guys. Crying with love. I feel your excitement. This Team Believe, women empowering women. Yes, I love women, and I love men. I love all of the people. I think that we're all amazing. I think we're all coming from some really low vibrational stuff. We're all ascending, whether we signed up or not, right? And we just need to love one another. We just need to love one another. That's why I love the 528. A lot of people have a closed up heart chakra because of everything that their ancestors have been through, right? And I didn't know this at the time, but now I know because I've done it for so long, right? So when you listen to the 528, it just keeps like bumping up, bumping up, bumping up, bumping up, bumping up, bumping up, bumping up. And it like bumps up against your heart. And, it gets that heart to trust love a little bit better. It gets that heart to, I don't usually do this, but I'm gonna do it because it's dope like that. That's how you get, right? Hello, Dina. Guys, we're working on fears, we're working on prejudices, we're working on struggling, we're working on the up and down of our ego. Energy is ever moving. And so right when you think you get it, something like shifts and you're like, shit, like I just got my balance out here. That's why I love my friends. That's why I love my team and I love my tribe, because you gotta laugh. You got to laugh in ascension. You have to make yourself laugh. You have to make yourself have fun. This has been my mission for like 5 years. I've been trying to help myself have more fun. And it's funny because the archangel that came to me, I've never had an archangel come to me. He was bright orange. He came and hugged me with his love. I felt like he linked up to my solar plexus is what I felt. And I just got filled with this like tingly love, 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 love. Then he stepped back and he told me about, we all have choices to make. There is no right way. Through these choices, we learn from these choices, and everything's okay. And everything is love. And everything that you experience is love. And then he told me that I'd been working with him for a really long time. And I was like, I'm kind of the same person in my meditations. My soul and my human are almost very similar, right? And so I'm like, I don't think I've worked with you before. And he's like, do you blast the world with pink unconditional love? And I was like, yeah, nobody would even know that. And so that's, a part of him. And so that was really neat. I didn't know. And so I looked up orange energy. I looked up the pink unconditional love. And under the pink unconditional love is where I found out that was Archangel Chamuel. So I love him because he didn't come out like, yeah, I'm Chamuel, I'm the dopest, right? No, he is just his energy. Like, it was just orange energy. It was just like the dopest thing ever. Like, I am me. I am unconditional love. Like, do you feel the essence of me? Indeed, I do, my friend. I love it, right? My meditation last night was dope. So shout out to Jess for getting me to go in because I really needed to do that. We're facing these things and we're working through these things to find out that our inner light is the most amazing thing in the world. The light that you emanate and shine from the inside of yourself is amazing. You just have to clear out some stuff. If you don't feel like that light is amazing, if you don't feel like you're amazing, if you don't feel like you're enough, I love you, I honor you, I felt it. You have to clear that out, because under that doo-doo in your energetic body is greatness, is amazingness, is the gold, is the light that is going to help you burn out the darkness in your life, that's going to give you the power to do the things your heart always dreamed of doing. You are it. You are it. You are it. You are it. Who wants a card? I have to make sure I put where I am. I don't have my... Oh, here's a stone. Alicia. I know Alicia said she wanted one. So, I do cards a lot different than a lot of people. I'm a feeler. This one's for you, Leash. Every relationship I establish is eternal. It is our desire that you come to remember that every relationship is eternal, and that once it has been established, it is part of your vibrational makeup forevermore. And you're powerful now, where all that you have become converges with all that you are now becoming. You hold the power to create. And so your observation of a situation, wanted or unwanted, no matter how remote you believe yourself to be, makes you a co-creative partner of the experience. Look, I love that. You guys see the sun and the moon, the minds connecting. It's amazing. It's amazing out here. Every single relationship is amazing. Every one of them. Whether it falls off or it goes bad or it ain't right or something happens, it's all amazing. It's all amazing. James, I got you. I'll barter you readings for food. It's amazing. I can stop attracting don't wants by attention to do wants. Oh, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Tell me what you want. What you really, really want. You cannot rid the world of things that bother you. You have got to rid your vibration of things that bother you. And when you rid your vibration of things that bother you, no things that bother you can come. But you cannot really rid anything from your vibration because there is no exclusion in this attraction-based universe. The only way to stop attracting something that you don't want is by giving your attention to something that you do want. But you have to take small steps. And make me dinner. You know, I'm in my full warrior, so I tell them. I say what I need to say. James makes the bombest food all the time. Plant-based. You know, that plant-based, that'll have you feeling right. Like a superhero. And he makes that. His girlfriend's so lucky. I love her guts. I'm like, I know she's eating good. I know that girl is okay. Thanks, love. Me, please, Dina. Let's see what you got, girl. By default, I could have attracted unwanted relationships. By default. So we don't know about it, right? Unwanted relationships. Many of the relationships or experiences you have attracted, you could not have deliberately attracted if you had been doing it on purpose. But much of your attention is not done by deliberate intention, but rather by default. It is important to understand that you get what you think about, whether you want it or not. And chronic thoughts about unwanted things invite or ask for matching experiences. The law of attraction makes it so. You know, and that's the thing. And that's the thing about learning that it's all you. It's like, all right, you know, it's all me. It's all me. It's all my vibration. It's all how I'm in alignment with myself. How do I love myself? How am I fitting into the world? How do I feel in the world? That all goes into this solar plexus, the anchor, that helps you keep you balanced. Tears, I love you. From you, yes, Mandy Miller. I don't know if I know you, Mandy, but I'll give you some love. There are many right ways for us to behave. It is possible to live upon this planet with large numbers of other beings who believe and behave in a variety of ways, in peace. When you are able to focus in such a way as to allow your alignment with Source, even though others are choosing to behave differently than you are choosing, then you will truly be free from the bondage of attempting the impossible task of getting everyone to agree on one right way. One right way would lead to endness. Many right ways allow eternal expansion. I mean, I'm telling you, man, these cards are on. That's what I say. Like, God is everything. Spirituality is everything. These talks are everything. When you talk to somebody, when you meet somebody, when you're working somewhere, when you run into somebody, when you bump into somebody at the gas station, at the river, at the garbage mat, whatever the heck you're doing, right? It's all divine. It's all divine. Twins for eternity. Thanks. You're welcome, love. I get it. I understand what you're saying. You can quiz me and tell you it, but when it comes to putting it into practice with me, I never know where to start, hon. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, it's not about the quizzes, and it's not about, what and like what you can repeat back. It is about how you live it in your life. Like one of my big things is like I try to put sound into my body from my voice, because you speak healing, into your body and into your life. And so like for this space, like one of my favorite things, and like I didn't even know what it was. Like I just started like humming this hum, and then there was like these words that went to it, but they weren't words, and I could feel it like in my gut, like healing my gut. So when I started healing my gut, when I had a hernia in my belly button, right? I had to get emergency surgery. And so then I started to really like dive into that solar plexus chakra, the solar plexus, the sacral. Like, what is that? What do I have there? Why is this not fixed? I've been healing for like 9 years already. Like, what is this? And so the sound that they tell you, that I heard along the way was Om Mane Padme Hum. And so, Om Mane Padme Hum. And I would just sing that. And it's just a vibration, and it just echoes through your body, and it just heals you, and it's like, everybody's so worried about doing things right and doing what this person does and doing what this person does. When you get balanced out in your chakras, when you get balanced out in your nervous system, it's not that you don't care about people the same. You do. You care about everybody. You just are going to keep doing you. And you don't really mind much what people are saying and what people are doing out here. Your third chakra plays a big, giant part in consciousness. That's why, like, I love it. The third chakra, I could be in the third chakra for the rest of my life and probably never stop ending. But like, your first two chakras are like your like primal instinct, your animal self, right? And then your third chakra is like where consciousness begins, is what they say, like in all the studies. So I take all the different types of studies of chakras and put them together the same way I took all religions and put them together. And it's funny because they'll be like really like a lot of things are like on same, and then like each branch, like one of the branches says that like your chakras start to form between your third chakra 3 months and 3 years old. And then like another sect of it will say, no, that doesn't happen until 13, 14 years old. We're all growing these things from the time we're growing in our mother. Like, so I haven't really found, all of that. I mean, people do talk about it, but I believe that like these things start inside of us. And yeah, of course there's, levels to this shit and everything, but like, I don't really know if anybody really knows. We're all just out here trying to figure it out, right? So your solar plexus chakra is in a relationship with your throat chakra, right? And it's cool because it works on an energetic level, and then like it's attached by your esophagus, so it's like the tube for real. Crazy, right? I mean, it has everything to do with it. Your gut and your throat are connected. It has everything to do with your esophagus, your stomach, your liver, your gallbladder, your small intestine, your large intestine, any kind of like hernias and stuff you're dealing with, intestinal damage, right? Where does that come from? I said it can come from a physical and affect the energetic, or it can come from energetic and affect the physical. 9 times out of 10, it comes from the energetic body. The main gland that your solar plexus runs in your body is your pancreas. That's your hormone gland, right underneath your left rib, right? And the positioning of that pancreas, the positioning of that hormone gland lets you know right there if your energy is off or on. If you're, learn about it. Learn about your pancreas. Learn about where is my pancreas supposed to sit in my body. These are the things that I went into. These are the things that I learned about myself. That's why I can talk to you guys about it like a nerd, right? This is your digestive system. This is organs. This is skin, breath. Like how, this has everything to do. A lot of my clients breathe like, they don't really get that life force that goes like all the way through them. Breath is life. And a lot of people don't do that. They only breathe up to right at the diaphragm. You know what I mean? It has everything to do with mid-spine. I told you guys about my injury whenever I got into we slipped in the rain and it hurt right there, and that has to do with energetically, my womb space was off from way back in my lineage, right? Both parents, both sides, all the way back. Both parents, both sides, all the way back. Who we blaming? We're just getting it, right? Your pancreas is an endocrine gland that releases juice into the bloodstream, right? But then your pancreas is an exocrine gland, which releases releases hormones and enzymes into the blood, and then releases juice into the ducts. So did you guys ever hear about like lymphatic massage? Like you have all these little ducts that are all through your body, and that's what your pancreas does a lot of stuff for your human. Like your pancreas is like get good look every day at a subconscious level. Like you don't even know that it's happening, and your pancreas is in there doing all that stuff for you. Can you imagine? The enzymes that it's releasing aids in digestion of your food, and digestion of all the things that you've lived, that they've lived, that you're incorporating in through yourself, right? That's super deep. Jeez, I tried to tell you guys about this, right? I had to break it down today. Spirit told me I had to do something different today, and I was like, word up, Spirit. I love you. I'm doing it. This is your upper abdomen, your diaphragm, your mid-spine, your kidneys. Do you hear people talk about these areas? Talked about the positioning, sense, sight. The sense in this place is your sight, like your actual vision, like your physical vision, right? But then also at an energetic place, it is your third eye vision too, right? Everything goes deep, man. The action organ for this place is your anus, right? And so, if people are off or deficient or excessive in this area, colon cancers and things like that are like really common. You see how these things all play a part. This is why I want you guys to learn about them, because like really everyone can heal. You just have to learn about yourself, how you work. And I know you don't feel like you have that much time to learn about yourself. Like everyone's out here trying to work, and everyone's out here trying to do all these things. And I totally get it. And so, I think that that's why the universe set it up like this, to have people like me and other people that can help take really tricky things and break them down simple so you can learn them quick, so you don't have to spend that 13 years that I did stumbling and fumbling all around trying to learn about everything and piece everything together and make sense about it, right? I'm here for you. I for real. Diseases that you will find in this area are digestive system diseases. So like any kind of, digestive system disease that is related to this. Diabetes, pancreatitis, kidney disease, adrenal imbalance, low blood pressure, colon disease, stomach ulcers, anorexia and bulimia, hepatitis, heartburn, chronic fatigue, muscle disorders, leaky gut. It all comes from that place. It all comes from that place. And it's not always like, people, when they have diseases, they feel so terrible. It's not that you're terrible. You're going through that to learn something about your ascension, right? You're a warrior. Your warrior is inside of you. That's why I cheer you on to go into your solar plexus and figure out your power. Figure out what you can do. That is key. Laws of attraction, LOL. Give me a card, Cuddy. All right, my mama, you know it. I don't know if you're on here still, Tasha, but I'm definitely going to give you one. Making peace with today will improve my future, Cuddy. It may sound odd, but the fastest way to get to a new and improved situation is to make peace with your current situation. By making lists of the most positive aspects you can find about your current situation, then you release your resistance to the improvements that are waiting for you. But if you rail against the injustices of your current situation, you hold yourself in vibrational alignment with what you do not want, and you cannot then move in the direction of improvement. It defies law. So make a list of the most positive aspects you can find about your current situation to release your resistance to the improvements. And she's pretty. She's classy. I don't know if it's a girl or a guy, but I feel like it's a she, and I feel like she's classy. It's exactly what I'm working on. Dina, yes, yes, yes. Alicia, this card brought so much up. It was perfect. Healing was taking place now, and so it is. Woo! That's what we're supposed to be doing, guys. We're supposed to just be having fun. You know, I fought Spirit a little bit about coming out and pulling cards. I didn't want to. And I didn't want to because, you know, I even have a lot of clients that they don't like this. I do a lot. This is how I get messages in, you know. It's not to hurt anyone. I don't give bad messages. I give empowerment. You are whole, and, you know, you're amazing, and you're wonderful, and you're beautiful, and you're powerful. And I love to empower women, and I love to lift people up. And when someone's timid and scared and shy, I love to, like, give them so much encouragement. Thank you. You're welcome. If drawn, please a card. All right, Donna. Donna, the thoughts I think determine the relationship I attract. So you must be thinking in that place somehow. Not only does the power of your thoughts determine which people make their way into your life, but it determines how they behave once they get there. You are thinking, vibrating attractor of your experience, and the thoughts you think determine everything about the life that you live. As you turn your attention toward the positive aspects of personalities and behaviors of others with whom you share your planet, you will train your point of attraction in the direction of only what you desire. It's all in you. You know, you can definitely do it. We can do this. I mean, you know, that's what I've been doing, training myself. You know, that's what all my friends have been doing, training themselves. It's, you know, it can get tricky breaking out of everybody's way and things like that. But, you know, that's why I love the solar plexus. It brings out the warrior. You know, it's like your unsurpassable force of power. And we talked earlier about that I think that, you know, learning about your power, learning how to work your power for the highest good, learning how to be in love about your power and not in fear about your power is like a big part of it. And so, you know, you can use your power to achieve worthy causes and make a good difference in the world. And so, you know, if you're at a weird place and all this and you're feeling powerful and you're not sure what to do with it, just keep saying to yourself and speaking in your life that with the power that you have inside of you, you want to learn how to use it for worthy causes. Please help me, you know, use my power for worthy causes. Please help me use my power to make a difference. Please help me use my power for the greatest good of all. You know, because the greatest good of all just, it like clicks and does everything, and you just have to do you. And that, like, the greatest good of all takes away all the responsibility that we as humans feel like we can fix. We can't fix it anyways. Unconditional love for the greatest good of all, pew, that covers everything, right? We're learning together, guys. Trust me. Trust me. If you have anyone out here that says that, you know, they're above you or whatever, we're not. We're all learning together. Trust me. It's a whole different life. It's a whole different world. Some of us do a lot of work. Some of us do a little work. You know, getting together and having conversations and making it click is like what's making it click. Unity is what's making this all click. And unity is one of the biggest things that we are fearful of. Unity, you know, learning that there is no real duality, unity, that we're all connected is the biggest. It's so much fear. Amanda, did I do you one, Amanda? You can tell I don't do this all the time, No, I already pulled that one. That was the same one. Give me a new card, Amanda. My relationships are supposed to feel good. Your life is supposed to feel good to you. Before your birth, you knew that the primary component of your physical experience that would offer the greatest value for your personal and collective expansion and joy would be the relationships that you would experience with each other. It was your plan to relish the diversity of your relationships and to choose from them the details that would make up your creations. And here you are. You know, I love this card because, you know, I have been working a lot on my relationships in my life for a lot of years now. And it's amazing how many times we can stay in relationships that don't feel good. And, even though this is like one of my biggest tests, I still go through this, girl. And that's why I say, like, we're all learning this together. Trust me. You know what I mean? It's good, but it's just a reminder that, yes, relationships are supposed to feel good. Yes, you're supposed to feel joy, happiness, and peace. Yes, you're supposed to be pumped up and excited for life. I'm new to you, sort of. Aw, well, welcome, Mandy. You're welcome. Hey, Pat. I'm having an awesome day. I'm sending you love, man. I'll hum to my meditation music, too. Nothing specific, just whatever I'm feeling in the moment, and it does feel good. Yeah, Alicia, I mean, it was cool. Like, I've been meditating on my solar plexus since I had my baby. Since I went through that hernia, I really got, like, deep on it. Maybe even like too deep sometimes. And I ended up, it was nasty at first when I first started going in there and stuff like that. And then once I worked on a lot of stuff, there was like all these crystals one time whenever, I went in there, and it was like the city of like gems. And, when you read about it, you'll find that in some like readings about the solar plexus. And, it's funny because in my mind and in my energy work and in my healing work, when people are out here and when they're going through really traumatizing experiences, I will close my eyes and I will ask their soul if I can assist them in healing. And they'll either give me a very clear yes or a very clear no. And I will take them into this cave, this crystal cave inside of me to heal them up. With God. And that's my place that I set up, that I learned about, that I can get my work done, that there's a reason why these certain things come to me. There's a reason why they say yes or no. There's a reason why everything happens, right? The opposite, though, archetype of the warrior is the servant. And so, the servant is kind of like hoping for recognition and praise for the things that they do. And that's like been a really big thing going on. And it's just like, all the time. I learned this like really early in my journey. And it still came up into my life, and you can take it and you can transfer it into a positive for sure. You know what I mean? But like, it's just a natural thing that we go through, wanting recognition and praise. Like, I could really give a shit less, like, who does or doesn't recognize what I'm doing out here. I know what I'm doing out here is big time for what I thought I could do, where I was, where I came from, my everyday, my everything. Some days could I be better? Yes. Some days could I be a little less? Absolutely. Do I still learn like you guys? Yeah. Will I still eat ice cream and get the farts? Absolutely. I'm just like you guys. I love you. I mean, that's what I love. Like, I love being a human. I love making mistakes. I've been kind of like mischievous my whole life, testing my limits, really curious, really wanting to know. I'm the same person as an adult, just grown up, Is that why I've been having low hormone levels? Yeah, it very well could be. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. It has a big effect on the hormone levels. And it's funny because I'm talking about the solar plexus in the throat, right? And so when your solar plexus is off, then like the hormone levels, and where do they check your hormone levels? They check your hormone levels in your thyroid, right? And so that's what was off in me, my thyroid, my hormone levels. When I got a regression, it was yellow and blue, it was all that stuff. It's funny because like everything is so different, but everything shows you the whole of the all of the truth. Look at you talking human anatomy. I know, girl, because like, I think that like a lot of people think that this chakra stuff is just like this woo stuff. And it's not. It has everything to do with people's bodies. And like, for me, it made it easier. It made it easier not to be fearful. It made me easier to believe in love, and only love is real. And I'm bringing love and ushering love onto the planet. It made it all make sense. It made me be in my power where I got off in my power. It made me look at myself where I didn't used to look at myself. It made me want to feel sexy. It made me want to feel stable. It made me wanted to be connected to God. It made me want to do the things that I didn't want to do because I knew that somewhere behind that driving force was God, love, right? It's all connected. I don't care what you call it. I don't care how you believe. I don't care about any of that. I love everyone just the way they are. It's all connected. It all means something. My cat Colby is watching you and swishing his tail. He loves you. I love Colby. Okay, Cuddy. I better make my list. I love you. Not yet. You did me. I just did you. Well, that's one thing I've been struggling with. And it's with my family, which is even harder. Yeah, and like you got to watch your words on that. It's with my family, so it's even harder. You know, you want to, go into that place and give thanks for the things you can give thanks for. Pick the things that you are thankful for. It really does help. You have to train your brain to see the world. You have to shine the light in the dark spaces. You have to sit with the dark spaces. You have to feel in the shadows. Like I said, I was kind of lucky when they brought this up, because like when I first started learning, if you guys would have been talking about like shadow work and shit, I probably would have never done it, but it was never called that. It was just really easy. If anybody else wants a card, let me know, but I'm just going to keep going, right? So what we're doing, like if you're strong in this area, you're a thinker. And, it's funny because I'm a massage therapist, right? And so the thinker muscle is like right here, like at the bottom of the occipital bone, right? And I always laugh because like people who are thinkers like have a really strong muscle right in there. And I call it the thinker. And, it's funny because a lot of people who are really deep thinkers are stronger in the solar plexus. And whether you know about the solar plexus, you can be deficient or you can be excessive in that space, right? This is happening whether you pay attention to it or not. So I feel like you might as well pay attention to it because it's real. But if you're strong there, you have great ideas. You love the facts. You love the information. You love the concepts. You love to organize information into a way that you can make it understandable. That's what I do with my videos. And like, I didn't even know. I didn't even know that at all. I was just like following my heart and doing what I felt like made sense, right? That's the thing. Your body already knows. Like us as humans keep trying to figure out how and trying to figure out what, and we can't. We're learning together. It's like working mindfully with knowledge to structure an information process. Like this knowledge is energy. This knowledge is wisdom. It's energy. And it's like, how do you structure it down to make it make sense to people so people can actually apply this every day in their lives? Like, I followed a lot of people and I, had a lot of people in my life and I would just get more and more and more and more confused. And it's just because energy is all over the place and how that person is taking in the energy is depending on, all of that stuff. Sometimes your greatest teachers have off days and that's okay too, right? If you're deficient in this place, you have low self-esteem, you have low self-confidence. And it's funny because, people, I'll say all the time, like, oh, Sarah, you're full of yourself. Certainly not full of myself. Like, I love myself, but I'm not full of myself. Like, but because I don't have low self-esteem, they automatically put a label on me that I am full of myself. Because I have high confidence, I'm full of myself. I get scared too, just like the next person. You know what I mean? I just have confidence in myself. If you're deficient, you can have contracted energy. So your body could be tight, swollen, right? Unhappy with life, easily manipulated, poor self-discipline, poor digestion, victim mentality comes from this place. Being unreliable, being passive, being blaming, right? So all these little subtle energy things are affecting your life, letting you know like, hey, check out your solar plexus, like learn about this, balance this out, learn how to balance this out. Balanced, you are healthy when you're being assertive, right? I don't need to like be mean or buck up to anybody, but I'm assertive. I'm assertive with what I need to say. I wasn't always assertive. This was something that I have been working on. It's funny because I've been working on communicating my assertiveness, right? And so this is all a journey. It's all a process. Cooperation, dynamic energy, intelligence, decisiveness, productivity, mental focus, healthy digestive system, good physical health, healthy relationships with the world, healthy relationships with your work. I keep knocking that down. Ooh, we're working it out because I just had a little cough. On me. What if you're a feeler? I've always cried a lot. I overthink a lot, but in circles. But if I make a decision, I have to feel my way into it. Overthinking it will often lead me to backing out. Yeah, for sure. I am a feeler. What if you're a feeler? I am definitely a feeler. And I was the type of feeler that I held in my tears. So I was an angry feeler. Woo! Watch out for the angry feeler. I know, I resonate. I overthink a lot, but run in circles. So like the overthinking is, when you get to overthinking, you need to ground in something. So it's just like making your brain like, okay, your brain can't make you overthink. You choose to overthink, or you choose to ground in on something. So think of something you love, bring it down into the base, bring it down into the earth, like you're planting it, like you're putting like a seed of something you love into the earth. Like we can do these things. We can do whatever we want out here. We just have to not be afraid to get it wrong. But if I'm making a decision, yeah. Solar plexus has a lot to do with your decision making. And I know what it's like to, I'm a Libra. Shit, man. Like making decisions for me, like I seriously want to pay someone sometimes. But the stronger that I get, the more my decisions get more solid. Yeah, and if you do overthink, I'm going to pull you an angel card. If you do overthink it, like, just know that's okay too. Like, you're fine. The worst thing that's going to do is you're going to exhaust yourself and maybe, hold it off a couple more days or something like that. But you're fine. And everyone, Alicia, really is a feeler. And so, like, imagine how you feel and you are aware that you're a feeler, but like, I want you to think about the people that are feelers that don't know that they're feelers. The feelers that never got taught to feel. The feelers that don't have any friends like you and I who they can talk to about their feels, right? Libra, Libra, Libra. I love being a Libra. I love my Libra-ness. Look through the situation, Leash. And that has really been, what I've been doing for a long time. And I didn't know what looking through the situation even was either. And it's like where you go and you meet the situation like at its face and you're like, okay, like, whoa, this is what this feels like, right? And you feel it all and you honor it all. And sometimes you're like, fuck it, I hate it. And sometimes you're like, oh my gosh, I love it. But like you have to move through that situation to kind of get an overview of, the choice that you have to make. And it's funny because Shamuel, that came to me in my meditation last night, was talking to me about choices. And, one of the best things when you have to make a choice is to know that there's no wrong way. Like if you make a choice and you don't like it, then you turn around and you change it again. You're okay. Look through it. You have big work to do here. And so, when we're getting worried about, like, a lot of us can, like, get stuck on a choice and, like, just quit living and quit doing our purpose. You have big work to do out here. Look through the situations. Know that no choice is ever wrong that you're going to make. You just got to look through it. Makes sense. That's where I get stuck. The fear. I know that just doing what it usually pays off. I've always grown up pushing through the fear. It's been amazing. Yeah. And, the 528 will help. That's why I always say, like, I love the 528. So I do vibrational alignment coaching and I teach everybody about all of the frequencies. But one of my favorite frequencies to sit in is the 528. Like, that has helped me so much. Sitting in the 528 has helped me, like, feel my feelings. It has helped me to pull down the walls in my heart. It has helped me to build healthier foundations. It's helped me to speak my truth. It's helped me to connect with God and connect with people and connect my thoughts with the way my world is. The 528 is really what I listen to a lot. That's why they call me Miss 528, Miss 5. Being an observer. No way out or about, but through. I'm done merely existing. I truly want to live. Yeah, girl. And you're there. You know what I mean? Like, you're definitely there, And if you guys need to, like, take my meditations and use them, like, please do. The City of Gems. Go in there. Like, clear out some stuff and imagine that you're going to go into your solar plexus and you're going to make this city of gems, and you can have a gem bed and you can have a gem mountain and you can have a gem whatever, pool, lake, swans, like you can do it however you want. But imagine, even if you're not doing it for like other people, like imagine that being a place that maybe you go in there and like you lay down and you charge back up. and you light that fire back up in you. You get your temperature rising at the core of your body. It is you that has to save you. I love you guys. I give you tips. I try to break it down. You know, one of the big things that help the solar plexus chakra is to put 1 finger, 2 fingers on the side of your left nostril, right? And breathe in your nose. And out your mouth. And just keep doing that and keep doing that and keep doing that. And that helps you with making choices. That helps with the rational, logical mind, the masculine energy inside of you. It increases your body heat. It lightens up the inside for you to make an enlightened choice. I love you, love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. I've been manifesting like a mug. I'm proud of myself, building my gem empire. Yes, 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 yes. I love that you're manifesting like a mug. You know, manifesting like a mug means that you're doing a lot of work. You know, when you're manifesting, you're working on yourself. You're clearing out things that no longer serve you to bring new things in. That's what manifestation is. That's what you're doing. You're doing the work. You're doing big, huge work. Let me know if any of it makes sense to what you've learned all the way up until now, because it doesn't. The temple not built with hands. I love you. Breath of fire. Yes. Spiritual high. Yes. You do get high off of it. You know, and it is the fire because, you know, digestion happens through internal heat. So like your food ingest, like the ingestion like rate or whatever, happens with the fire inside of you, like the internal temperature of you. And that, and a lot of times the simplest thing as you're kind of cold inside and in your solar plexus space, that could knock everything off. And so you go warm that space up and you kind of like, you know, jumpstart the car or whatever, right? Like I said, guys, we're digesting food and ideas in our gut that we're kind of like burning like an energy. We're using it as fuel to get through, to get to the next place. I love you guys. You heal yourself, guys. You heal yourself. I could pull a card and I could tell you what spirit tells me, and I could tell you about the meditations that come to me when I meditate, and I can tell you about the sounds that come to me and how I've linked all of these things together. But you heal yourself. There's a lot of people out here to help you in your journey to heal yourself. You have to feel into yourself. You know, healing is feeling in. You are already whole, but you are carrying a bunch of doo-doo with you, and you're ascending from that place, and we're okay. 3 days without weed, also a huge thing for someone who smokes daily. Yeah. You know, and that's what it is. And like, you know, it's funny. I'm glad that you talked about that, because like a lot of people think like, okay, so someone like quits drinking Pepsi and then they see them in like 2 weeks and they're drinking a Pepsi. You know, who cares? You know, all it is, you know, disrupting your system. If you are a normal weed smoker and then you quit smoking for 3 to 5 days or whatever, that's going to change the energy in your life. You know what I mean? If you sleep in and wake up early, if you normally sleep in and then you just make a decision to wake up early, that's you know, you're teaching yourself, you're learning how to disrupt the programming. Disrupting the programming isn't as easy as people make it sound. You know, disrupting the programming is what we're doing. In the Ascension, the programs are being disrupted. Like everybody was running on this merry life is but a dream, right? And then like what happens in Ascension is like, program interrupted. And then you have to figure out how to navigate this program or how to make this program your program. And so I support any kind of disruption to you, because you want to build new patterns. You know, the work I do, guys, I do energy work, and it's called network, and you clear out the nervous system, you clear out the old patterns so the body can start to place new patterns. That's dope. That's what we need to be doing. I didn't know how dope my work was until like I was sitting there meditating last night, and it was just like, oh, like your work is really dope, and you need to like gather this all together and make it make sense to people. That's your strong suit. That's what you do out here. And you're just like, oh, man, I really been messing around. And it's like, all right, you're good. It's cool. We're okay. Everything's on divine timing. You're on time. New patterns. Yes. The work can be tough. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, Alicia. That's why you got to drink more water, listen to more vibrations, get more massages, you know, go out to dinner more with your friends, you know, make sexy moments with your lover. You know, love yourself. This is a journey. You gotta make the time for yourself. You gotta make the time for love in your life. And that's a big pattern to disrupt. And, you know, if you're disrupting patterns in your life, I give you a lot of credit. I love you, because it takes guts to disrupt these patterns that run long and deep and hard and go in, right? The universe is good at bitch slapping us just to wake the fuck up. I'm like, okay, guys, I get it. I'm working through it. Yeah, you know, and it's funny because, like, you always get hit with, like, the same shit, just, like, different something. And, you know, I have come out here and, like, shared my shit, right? And so I was talking to somebody yesterday, they're like, I cannot believe this. Like, you're supposed to be spiritual. And, like, I swear to God, sometimes it's just, like, the dumbest stuff that I hear. And I'm just like, what do you think this is? Like, you think being spiritual is, like, letting some dumb shit happen and me not vocalizing it? Like, that's not it. You gotta dig deeper, sis. Yeah, massages are my favorite thing in the world. Yes, I just got a fucking amazing massage. What day was it? Friday. I don't even know. Thursday. Yeah. And I still feel good. I that's why I love doing massages, because I actually really do love receiving massages. It makes me feel amazing. And when I can just lay that person down and, like, melt their body down and clear out their nervous system, and then they just kind of, like, flip off the table. I love it. I'm like, don't stand up too fast, you might fall over. And then they message me, like, 2 weeks later, and they're like, yo, like, I'm still feeling crazy. And I'm like, I know, man. I know. It took me a really long time. You know, I've been talking to a lot of people, and I love you guys all that message me about, you know, purpose has been coming up a lot, guys. And it's like, you know, there's pieces of purpose in your past. There's pieces of purpose in your pain. There's pieces of purpose in your present. There's pieces of purpose in the future that you can't see yet. You know, there's pieces of your purpose that are everywhere, and we're trying to kind of put them together and make them make sense. Like I said, guys, I've been doing videos for 4 years, and I don't think I ever read anyone's cards. And, you know, that's something that I really love to do, like when I'm talking to my friends and when I'm talking to my sisters and stuff like that, and, you know, raise their vibration. And it's, I never really thought that I did it because I never, like, took a class on it or anything. It's just, it's something I love to do. It's something I love to do with my friends. And so I never really, like, came out here and, like, did it, like, you know, for, like, support to support my life. But I really love to read cards. And so, you know, it's just, like, incorporate, like, how I had to incorporate this into my video that I've been doing for 4 years. It's just, like, the same thing for you. Like, you're going to take little pieces of everything you love and you're going to incorporate it in, like, you know, what do you think my mom said to me when I'm like, yo, I'm going to talk about my personal life on YouTube videos? She's like, okay. They were not thinking like, oh, my daughter is a creator. No, they were like, my daughter has lost her mind. I don't know what is going on, right? But in this finding your purpose and following your heart's desires and breaking out of the old programming, the things that we're doing don't always look so normal to people that are still stuck in the program, that are still have some dusty in their energy field. And it's okay. And I love you. And, you know, if you want a card reading and you want to get your vibes lifted, let me know. I do this. It is fun to me. You know, I enjoy my work and I enjoy my stuff, and I'm healing just like all of you. I'm ascending just like all of you. It came up for me last night. Whoa. Yeah, I mean, we're ascending whether we sign up or not. Jody, I love you. You want a card, Jody? I'm pulling cards, vortex cards. Let me know if you want a card, because I love you. Oh my gosh, I love you. I was just thinking about you the other day and squeezing you how much I love you. Yeah, we heal ourselves, guys. And so in the 528, the goddesses, the goddess energy that resides in there is the Shakti Shiva. Learn about these stuff. If I talk about these stuff and you're like, oh, what is that? I don't know. Go in, learn about it. Everything is everything. It doesn't, you don't have to be right. We're not trying to prove anything right. It's just what comes up with that stuff. It's about the the bond, right? It's supportive of individuality and self-expression, right? So like how you be an individual, how you create, how you live, how you express who you are and how you live, right? How does one get unstuck and get rid of the doo-doo? Well, there's a lot that goes into that. You can definitely turn on the 528. It'll make it a little bit easier. I'm trying to create a program. And I learned like through working with people that it does take like about a year to like work through, and learn about your energetic body. And I try to make it like as simple as I can and in your day-to-day moments as they come up. So, getting unstuck from the doo-doo is a process. You know, you gotta ground in, you gotta clear out, you gotta breathe up, you gotta love it all, you gotta seed new thoughts, you gotta feel a connection. It's big. Start anywhere. Message me. You know, I can try to help you, steer you. I know a lot of really cool people. You know, basically it's like what I tell everybody is like, what's bothering you right now? You know, if you're wondering like where to look, where to get unstuck, what's bothering you right now? Go right there right now. You know? Can I get a card, lovely? Yeah, Deborah. How are you, girl? Ooh. Relationships I don't want, clarify those. I do want. Ooh, Deborah, that's juicy. Whenever you know what you do not want, you always know more clearly what you do want. So in every poignant moment of awareness of another person's undesirable situation, give your undivided attention to the idea of improvement that has hatched from your interaction and observation. As you learn to do that, not only will you be of increasing value to others, but you will see how your relationships with others add immeasurably to your own becoming. Yeah, and it's funny. It's so funny to pull these cards. I love pulling these cards because it like reminds me of like, I didn't have these cards when I started my journey, and like that's what I was doing. Like I was taking things from the relationships that I wanted and carrying them forward, and like kind of dropping off the things that I didn't want. Like they never even happened, and everyone's like, "You're fucking crazy," and I'm like, "It feels good." Alignment feels good. Like, I don't care what you say that I need to think about that or do that or whatever, because I don't. Because alignment feels good. There were good things that I got. I'm thankful for this, and this. I want to pull it forward, and I'm going to create the new. I'm doing it right now. I keep doing it. I keep doing it. I keep doing it. I love a card. Okay, Donna. Should I leave or should I stay? It is very empowering to discover that your patterns of thought do not have to follow your current situation, and therefore your current situation on all subjects can change. We do not recommend taking the physical action of leaving a relationship without deliberately coming into thought alignment with the new desires that have been born out of your current relationship. And then, whether you stay in this relationship or move on to another, you can have exactly what you desire. We create this all, guys. You know, where you are right now in your life does not have to be where you are forever. You know, and you can go up and down in it. You can change all around in it. And that's why you just stay in your heart in it. You gotta stay in your heart in it. Because, like, energy is all over the place. I'll take a card, please. All right, Carmen. I was telling you guys before, I'm just going to tell you guys again because I know a lot of people do cards and read cards. I just feel them. You know, some I do different things with, but these ones I'm using right now, I just like to feel them. They give me a heat whenever I say your name and think about who you are. They give me a heat and I pull it. Our source is one of love, not condemnation. When you pay attention to the way you feel and deliberately choose more thoughts that feel good while you think them, you will begin to recognize the nature of your broader non-physical desires. The majority of negative emotions that you feel are not because the subject of your thoughts is wrong, but instead because you are condemning something that your source does not condemn. Woohoo! Damn, girl. That is deep. Your source is one of love, not condemnation. And guys, I'll tell you what, like messages for like, if you hear a message for somebody else and it resonates for you, it's for you. Like when I ask Spirit to come into my vessel to be a vessel of love, for unconditional love for everybody, you never know. You know, it might be that I'm reading that for Carmen, but it might be that somebody in the back that ain't saying nothing, ain't commenting, ain't doing nothing, that might be for you too. So shout out to you all. If you're not saying anything and you feel lifted in your vibration at all, my job here is to lift the vibration of the planet. My job here is to take the doo-doo and show you the gems in it. There is much love with doing shadow work and working in the places of you that make you feel angry. You know where to start. If you don't know where to start, whatever comes up and makes you angry, go into that and feel that. Get by yourself, go into that, feel all of that. What does that bring up for me? What is that? What is that? Why? Why is that? What is that? Show me how. Fix me, help me. My phone is glitching bad, won't let me watch. I love you, Chastity, so much. Come back and watch it later because it was pretty good. There were some really good messages in here. Spirit showed out. I have my angel cards. If anybody wants an angel card before I get off, let me know. But yeah, you know, the Shakti and Shiva, you know, that part right there has been for me, learning about sacred sex. Learning about how to make my sex life divine. Learning how to connect my sex life with the divine. Learning how to communicate where I felt stuck in my sex life with the divine. So the Shakti and Shiva it has a big thing to do with the meditation that I have been doing that I didn't even know what the name was when I started it, right? Of just actually letting myself feel sexual energy. I never used to let myself do that. And honoring that. I used to feel shameful when I would feel turned on, right? And so that's why I know what a lot of people go through, right? And so you feel that, you feel turned on, and then you bring it up your spine and you let that clear out all your chakras, and you put an idea with it and you bring it out of the top of your head. And I'm telling you guys, that's how I learned that, like, your sexual energy is like the fluid to Christ, like to manifesting everything that you ever wanted. And, you know, it doesn't matter. People say, oh, you know, what if people use it for the wrong thing? It'll come back on them. Trust the universe knows how to keep order. We do not have to worry about that. The universe knows how to keep order. Worry about yourself. Stay in your lane. Focus on your sex. Focus on your solar plexus. Focus on your yellow, your fire, your power. You are enough. 528. Turn it on. I love it, right? May I have one, please? I'm so tired today. Oh, my love. Yes. These angels know what it is, sis. They do. Give me an angel card for Chastity. Well, if you're soul tired, I know for one thing they're going to tell you is rest. It's been coming up big. I've been getting tired like midday, and then like in the evenings. This is it. Allow love. Yeah, Chastity, I love you. You know, I know you're a love bug, and I know that you're very receptive to love. But a lot of times the thing that makes us tired is when we're resisting some sort of love in our lives, thinking that the form that this love comes in isn't right. You just need to allow it to come in. You know, the resistance is what's wearing you out. The resistance is what's making you tired. But rest. And when you rest, it'll help you to allow that love better and just know that it is what it is. You know what I mean? You know, when you're working in the 528, you're working with a lot of, you know, ancestral stuff, ancestral trauma, accepting our parents and what we felt and what we've been through. And a lot of times it's that, and we don't even realize it. And then we overcompensate in our kids, right? Because you're like me. I love you, girl. You are safe, Chas. We're all right out here, guys. The divine got our back. If you're out here trying to do the best thing you can do, you're all right. I love an angel card, Donna. Self-care. Drink more water. Go out in nature. Connect with your angels. You know, I promote self-care. There's so many ways to do self-care. Food, body, mind, spirit. However, drink more water would be an easy way to start, though. She's drinking more water in there. I don't know if you know. So, like, whatever I get from these cards is with who I'm talking to is, you know, what I get. So that can be an easy way to, like, kickstart your self-care journey. I have no desire trying to work on that. Desire for, like, life. You need to get turned on. Do the Sacred Sex Challenge. It's dope. I'm resting and had a great salt back this morning with a 528. I'm trying to recharge. Yeah, you're on it, Chaz. I mean, you know what it is, girl. And you know, that's why I love that you guys say this stuff, because like, you know what it is and you still admit that like you go through stuff. And that's the thing. Like, I know what it is. I still go through stuff too, girl. Sometimes I am beat down in the name of love. Sometimes I have to cuss someone out in the name of love. It's okay. All right, Dina, I'll get you an angel card. It's all right. Everything is love. Only love is real. Oh. Dina, you got 2. Archangel Michael, and you are safe. I love Archangel Michael. I've done a lot of work with him over the time of my healing work and things like that, right? One of the big things, I don't ever know what anyone's going through, Dina, but like you might be going through some things that are making you not feel safe. And so, because you are safe with it too. And so, you know, sometimes it's really just as simple as like when you're somewhere and you don't feel safe, even at your house, and you hear some information and you don't feel safe, or you don't feel like someone else that you love is safe or something like that. All you have to do is in your mind or out loud or whatever, say, Archangel Michael, can you come and just wrap your wings around me or that person? And I'm telling you, like, you know, eventually, like, you can like feel it. Like, these archangels really do this stuff. And that's pretty amazing. So if you have anything going on in your life where you don't feel safe, ask Archangel Michael to come down, wrap his wings around you, and make you feel better. You're welcome, love, for sex. Yeah, Dina. It is a Sacred Sex Challenge. You know, that's okay. You don't have to worry about being blunt. I'm super blunt. So, you know, I have gone a lot of years and didn't have sex, right? I was abstinent or whatever. I just wasn't even thinking about sex. I was shut off in my sex space. So I ended up learning through this Shakti Shiva, I ended up learning about sacred sex. And it's where, you know, you explore all the ways that you feel about sex. And that's in learning about that is where I learned that I carried a lot of shame in my sex space. I felt bad for being turned on. I felt guilty for being turned on. I felt like you were supposed to work. You weren't supposed to be in pleasure. I felt like, you know, sex was bad. And it was crazy because, like, here I am kicking it with my homies and I ain't saying that stuff, you know, like I had a lot of sex. I had a little bit of sex. Like, we ain't talking nothing about that. But that was what was going on deep inside of me. And so, yeah, you know, if you're having a hard time making decisions, if you're having a hard time making money, saving money, if you're having a hard time, you know, in relationships, if you're having a hard time in your gut, making, you know, with what your gut's telling you, like, all these things go into the solar plex, the 528, you know, the sex space. It's a big deal. You know, your sexual energy is your creation energy. And so all I do is teach you to clear that out. You know, I give you 30 days, no sex. Women hold sexual energy for a lifetime and men hold it for 30 days. If the women don't know how to clear, they hold it for a lifetime. So I try to teach women how to clear out, simple ways to clear out. You know, it's all, you do this stuff by your intentions, right? And so it's just teaching you that your intentions are powerful and they work, right? And so I teach you how to clear out. And so then you have a clear sex space. And then I encourage you to listen to the 528 and create with it. And then you do what you want to do with it. It isn't anything. If you want to have sex, have sex. I'm not here to hold anybody accountable for anything. This is your journey. I'm just telling you the things that'll work. I didn't have sex for 7 years, and then all of a sudden I had sex, and then I got pregnant, and then I got a hernia, and then I quit having sex again. And then I did this meditation, and I started creating everything that I wanted in my heart. Sorry, so blunt. Hello, Krista. Sending love to the baby. You want me to pull an angel card for the baby? Let me know. I only pull them if people say yes. Oh, you want me to pull one? Oh, that's not you. Let me know. Let me know if you want an angel card for you. The baby. You got love all over you, girl. Awesome. Thank you. You're welcome. Oh, girl, spot on. Yeah. Yeah, I know. And I love it. My relationship with God, love, whatever, is like better and stronger than it's ever been before. Nobody can get me off in my Godhead. This is my body. This is my world. This is my planet. It's me and my planet. And I like it there. And I like it. And sometimes I don't like it. And sometimes I get frustrated. And sometimes I have to have my friends remind me to meditate. But we're deciding from this space how we interact with the world. And so, I like to help people find their authentic self. So when they're interacting with the world, they feel good about it. When you're interacting with the world in an authentic way to yourself, then you feel really good about it. And that's what I like. That's what I'm into. I'm into people feeling like they're, on the way to be living their purpose. I'm feeling like that, I love when people feel like they are making a difference in their home life or in their work life or in their communities. You feel good like that. Or they are making a difference in the things that they were doing and now are doing in their lives. I love you guys because we're all connected. Please just know, we're all learning, we're all sharing, we're all growing, we're all expanding, we're all on ascension, whether we signed up or not. I love you guys. One love.